This is gonna be a short clip, but I figure, fuck it, I might as well make it. Because I got some shit that's pissing me off, man. It didn't really piss me off, but it's like, man, how can people be so fucking rude? So I went to the doctor right now, just as a walk-in to see if I could get a blood test for like celiac disease or gluten intolerance. So I've been having some stomach issues, and I never really paid attention to it. But recently I've been paying attention to it, and I'm like, well, maybe this is the issue. And I saw, because on 23andMe that I have a marker. It says, like, if you have this variant, which is this variant's detected or whatever. They say they have 2 that they tested for, and I had 1. So the percentage of the population with celiac disease is 1%. So that's really rare right there. And then if you have this variant, it increases to like 3% or something. So it doesn't change that much. And I'm like, damn, like, it's really rare. But I remember I had this buddy who was girl, she like was like gluten free or something. I don't know. I just remember she was always ordering these like gluten free pizzas, and I'm just like, fuck, man. Like maybe I had some issues, right? And so I saw that variant was detected, so I started looking into it some more last night, and I'm just like, damn, dude. Like, I didn't realize if you have intolerance to gluten, or you have celiac disease or whatever, that can cause anxiety. That can cause like all types of other issues. And I'm like, damn, dude. Well, I was going because like I'm having these like stomach cramps and like diarrhea or whatever. I'm just like, fuck, dude, my stomach hurts. And yesterday, the only thing I ate was a Domino's pizza, some wings, and some Pepsi. So I'm like, none of that shit's good for you, but it could be, it could be the wings, it could be the sauce, but it could be the bread. So I saw that variant, and I'm like, you could have a blood test. So I was hoping they'd do a blood test, but she's like, I don't really know what to test for. Like, I'm going to have to talk to the doctor or whatever. But before I got called back, that's like what this little rant is about. I'm sitting there at the chair, right? It's a fucking... I'm at the VA, so it's a small area. And when I go up to the front, like, to give you an idea of how small it is, it's like a couple feet. But this lady, she's there helping this guy. It didn't sound like it was her husband or whatever. It sounded like she was a caretaker. But she's like, hey, let me get your ID or whatever. It goes up to the window, and it's like, you don't realize, like, when you go there, they just say last name, last 4. And that's what you got to do. Last name. They put the first initial, your last name, and then the last 4, your social security number. And she's like, she looks at his ID. Oh, okay, this is his last name. And then he's like, last 4. And she's like, what? Last 4 of his social. And so she has to go walk back to him and, hey, what's the last 4 of your social? And he's like, what? He's kind of old. What's the last 4 of your social? And he says them. I don't remember what it is, but he says it loud enough to where everybody could hear, but it wasn't even like super loud. And like she walks back over to the guy, and he repeats them like, yo, I heard, like, come on, man, like, you're 20 feet away, I can hear you. And so she sits down, and this dude's next to her that she's with, and then there's like a chair on the other side of her, and then I'm sitting next to her, and then there's like 2 other chairs farther down where these 2 ladies are sitting. And this guy comes out, and one of them is his wife, I think, caretaker. I'm thinking it's his wife. And he's just sitting there talking to her and, like, her friend or whatever. And then this lady starts telling this guy that she's sitting next to, like, oh, man, I don't know how people grow their beards like that. Like, this guy's got a really long beard. It's disgusting and shit. And I'm thinking in my head, like, she's talking about me. I'm like, what the fuck's wrong with my beard? Like, yeah, like, it's unkept. Like, if I shaved my neck, it'd look better, but it's not kind of crazy. And then I look over and I see this guy. And, like, he's older, but his beard is only, like, down to here or something. Like, yeah, it's kind of long, but it's not crazy. And I'm like, dude, why you gotta be talking shit right in front of this guy? Like, we can hear you. No shit, we can hear you. And you're just like, oh, I don't know why people grow their fucking beard like that. It's disgusting. And then I look over and, like, I see this guy. And then I look to the other side and I see, like, the guy she's talking to is clean shaven. And I'm like, you're just a fucking cunt, man. Like, seriously, like, this guy fought for our country. Like, I don't know what he did, like, he's probably like 75 years old, but you gotta sit there and talk shit about him having a beard because he's 75. Like, come on, man. That's some ridiculous shit. And I'm gonna post this video too. They need to take their fucking license away from these old people. I'm driving back, and this guy, he has his blinker on, which kind of annoyed me, but it wasn't that crazy. And then we're going around a curve, and he's in the right lane. I don't remember, like, I just remember like this part where we're going around a curve. He's in the right lane, but he's also like 2 feet into the middle lane. So he's in both lanes, and so I couldn't pass him because I'm in the middle lane trying to get ahead of him. And then we come up to a stoplight, and I have the video where we came up to this crosswalk, and it's like, it's not like your typical, it's right where the freeway is, but this guy just rolls through the fucking crosswalk, and like, his back tires are probably in the crosswalk, and his front tires are definitely past the front crosswalk. And so I pull out my phone and I start recording, and I'm like, look at this guy. He's like fucking 85. He's like, if someone was in that crosswalk, which I'm saying like it's right next to the freeway, so it's really unlikely that they'd be there. But he just fucking blew through this crosswalk and then stops like in the intersection and shit. And I'm like, what the fuck? And he's got his blinker going for a couple miles, and then I didn't have video of it, but he's like driving in 2 lanes, and I'm like, dude, they just need to take the fucking license away from these old people. Like in Arizona, your license is good until you're like 65 or something, and then after that, you renew it every like 5 or 10 years or something. And I'm cool with that, you know, like 65, you know, but you're 85? Come on, man. They need to test you guys every year or something, every month, because like, this guy was just out of control. And then he notices me recording him, and so he turns his blinker off and he starts driving better. But come on, man. It shouldn't take me fucking recording you to wake up and realize, yo, I'm driving like a fucking idiot. I probably shouldn't even be driving. Like, come on, man. And then this bitch trying to talk shit right next to the guy. Like, dude, this guy fucking fought for your freedom. What the fuck did you do? Stupid cunt. Like, complaining about his beard. You're not fucking dating the guy. Why you gotta talk shit? This shit just pisses me off, dude. Like, why you gotta be an asshole? You don't even know the guy, and you're just talking about his looks. You're fucking hating on this guy for his looks. Because what? Because you don't like it? Fuck you. That shit make me mad, man. Oh, so I did find out. She's like, yeah, I got the results of the CT scan, which I just did last night. But she mentioned multiple polyps. So she's like, I'm putting the referral to ENT. So, and that was cool. The nurse is like, yeah, I know what it's like to have breathing problems. Like, I've been there. It really fucking sucks. This isn't helping, but I do have pain in my left leg, my back and stuff, so multi-purpose. Alright, well that was my little rant. A little short fucking less than 10-minute video. So fuck it, I'm gonna throw this up. Catch y'all later.